Okay, it's been a while since I started this video. I apologize for the wait. I've been collecting other seeds as we go. Show you what we have so far. So here's some of my Seed Saver lettuce. I have gotten a lot more. So I'll be redoing all of that. I have some in this little test tube right here. I'll be separating them out, but this is stevia seeds that I've collected off of my my plant. I went and bought one from Lowe's or Home Depot. I can't remember where I got it from, but washed the roots off, got all the dirt off of it, and plopped it down into my aquaponics system, and almost immediately it started flowering. And the leaves actually started tasting a whole lot better after being in the aquaponics for a couple weeks than they did whenever I first got it. So we'll be separating these out and getting the few seeds from there. I bought some dragon fruit the other day, and these won't be saved. These are my dragon fruit seeds. They won't be saved in a bag. I'm going to actually straight up plant these as soon as I get a little trough made for them. They take a few years before they start producing, so if I get them started now, by the time I get my tropical greenhouse all set up, I'll have posts and stuff ready to tie them to so they can grow up and grow out and start flowering. And hopefully I have things set up the way I want to in my greenhouse in the future, where I actually have a enclosed pollination system with bees that live in the greenhouse pretty much exclusively. The colossal red gold bicolor marigold, I ordered a bunch of these small coin, I think they're coin envelopes, off of the internet the other day, little ones like this. And so far this is all I've collected from the red gold marigolds. This is my eggplant seeds that I collected in the last video, or earlier in this video actually. So you've seen the collection process, and they dried out and I was able to put them in there, and that's actually a lot of seeds compared to the one seed that it took to make this plant. And in fact, the plant I got these seeds from has another 3 eggplant on it at the moment, which are going to go into ratatouille in the future. And then here is the bag of seeds that I have harvested from the massive orange, the Hawaiian marigolds. So I have actually the waste that I get from the collecting of these seeds, it has a lot of seeds left in it. I'm not sure if you can tell. You can see a bunch of seeds in there that I can't really spend all the time digging through there and pulling all the seeds. In fact, this is probably about 50% seed that I just don't have the time to deal with. So what's going to happen with them is they are going to get spread around my front yard. So maybe birds will eat them. Some of the harvester ants that live in the area may get them, but I'm hoping that we can get some just volunteers and just have them volunteering throughout the year out there. And then my Suyo Long cucumber. I harvested seeds from 4 separate cucumbers, and we have a ton of seeds now. So next year I'm going to end up planting a lot more of these. think instead of, well, I say a lot more, they've produced a whole lot of cucumbers this year. So I'll probably, instead of 6 plants, I'll probably go with about 15. And just make a bunch of pickles for family. I really like growing stuff so I can give it away. That's a real big thing. My grandfather taught me to do that. Growing up, he always brought vegetables to church for the pastor, and for anybody else who wanted them. He'd have tubs of fresh vegetables from his garden, and whatever he didn't sell at his little produce stand at home, he would bring and give away at church. He'd give it away to anybody who needed it, really. So you might be wondering what this tray is right here. This is my spinach leaf amaranth. It's pretty good cooked. We were testing a little bit on using the juices as a dye, because whenever the leaves cook, they leave the water really, really red, and it's really cool looking. So I'll gather up some of this and put it in this Ziploc, and then give it a shake and show you what the seeds look like. Because really, I mean, it's so messy. They flower like all the way up the stalk. And then whenever they move, they drop flowers, or drop seeds. There's a bunch of seeds in there already. So the plan is, this is my first time actually harvesting seed from these. Usually the amaranth I deal with is just the wild stuff in the yard, the native amaranth we have around here. And from what I've read, it is toxic to dogs. It can be toxic to dogs, so I'm probably going to switch up where I plant it. My dogs don't really eat it. I haven't seen them trying to eat it before, but I don't want to take a chance next season. So I'll probably plant this more as a decorative color in the front yard, maybe along our wall out there. And you see, roots still have some of the rocks from the aquaponics system on it. This doesn't have much on it. But here, let's see, this might be enough to... Alright. So, I'm not sure you can make it out. The little tiny black dots in there, that's all seed. And once I get done shaking all the seed out and breaking all this stuff up, I'll take it outside and use my, either blow on it with a air compressor or something to get all the chaff out of there. Let's see if we can show you something in here. Just all the seeds that have fallen off in here while it was drying on this. Here, let me get it. Look at that. All those little seeds. But yeah, so once this is all done, we'll I'll have it all packed up, and I'll show you how much we got from it. Okay, so I've gone through all that was in there, and I've got it in here. I'm trying to crush down the softer stuff because the seeds like to hide up inside of that. And what's going to happen after I get all that crushed down is I'm going to put it in here and do kind of what I've done here. I sort of acted like it was a gold pan and separated it out. You see all the soft stuff right here. That'll get just blown out. And then here's, look at those seeds. All of those, that's all this amaranth, and it's all over the place. Like, this stuff is basically like glitter. It will probably be sweeping up amaranth seeds that have made it out of my little processing area for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I don't like glitter. But seeds I'm fine with. In fact, let me see if I can get... Yeah, there's still a bunch of seeds in here, so I'll just go about getting all this stuff separated out, and hopefully we can, here I'll show you what it looks like. So, pretty much get it all down here. So this is what I started out with, and then I started to just tap it out. It lets tapping it like this brings the heavier stuff up, and the lighter stuff starts to ride on top of it. Doesn't always work out, but as you can tell, so the heavier seeds have fallen down into the crease here, and the lighter chaff and some of the it's just like seed casing of ones that didn't fully mature started to fall this direction. So I'll keep on doing that and get it all separated out so we can see. I'm just going to ground this up a little bit more between my fingers, try to get it a little bit more fine to make it separate just a little bit better. Alright, so from that first batch of seeds, the ones that were just laying in here from all the processing, I'd say we had a successful harvest. That's a lot of seeds. So what I'm going to do now is just get them scooped up. Now it's still not completely clean. If I had a fine mesh sieve or something, it would be easier to do that, to do all this with. But probably going to have to use a couple of these. Well, not probably. I'm going to have to use a couple of these to get all these seeds together. But yeah, I mean, out of the 3 plants that I did, yeah, it was about 3. One didn't really get more than a foot tall. But out of the 3 spinach leaf amaranth that I was able to grow this year in my aquaponics, I mean, honestly, I'd been happy. This is about halfway full. I'd have been happy with that much seed from that. That is probably, I don't know, 12, 13 times more seed than what